Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salli Rabbi Governor in the Shahid. I'm so grateful for our honorable chief guest of today, Professor Javed Akram, Minister Health, Government of Punjab, our Deputy Consul General, Consul General of Lahore, People's Republic of China, Dean, Royal Academy, Vice President, Lahore University, and Vice Chancellor, Lahore College of Women University, Professor Bushra Mirza, Professor Roke Azam, Vice Chancellor, Punjab Technology University, distinguished artist, Imam Shah Sahib, Madam Fayal Moore, very distinguished scientists, senior academicians, my colleagues, Vice Chancellor, faculty members, and my dear students. Indeed, it's a proud privilege for me to welcome you here, and I'm so happy that we were able, under the leadership of our Professor Muhammad Zahir, Chairman, Department of History, Art and Cultural Heritage, we have organized this Belt and Road Initiative 10-year celebrations. In this connection, we have organized this exhibition, and which is very useful for our students, for our faculty of this department, and for our artists. And we are also grateful to our artists for their participation in this exhibition. And I'm here to say thanks for all of you for your participation. And we look forward that these exhibitions in both countries will continue. Where in China we can exhibit our artists can participate here, our students can participate here. Because this cultural exchange is highly important to learn each other's culture, each other's history. It's a great civilization, and learning from each other with very strong bonds and between two countries. So that's how I'm grateful to be joined us at very short notice, and we are proud of you. We contribute कर रहे हैं और की इस participation में भी. So thank you very much. Would you like to say a few words?
Respected Dr. Javed Akram, respected Professor Dr. Talat Nasir Pasha, and respected Professor Zhang Jiaming. This gentleman is from Hebei Academy of Fine Arts, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and assalamu alaikum. It's a great honor to be invited to attend the art exhibition and forum, which is a great opportunity for us to promote the culture exchange and get a better understanding on BRI, as well as its flagship project, CPAC.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency, Mr. T, colleagues from China, Professor Talat Nasir Pasha, Vice Chancellor, Ministry of Education, Madam Bushra Mirza, our sister and colleague, Professor Roke Azam, again Vice Chancellor, my friend Jamal Shah, the artist of whom we are very, very proud of. Excellency and all the colleagues from China and Pakistan. More than 1400 years ago, we Muslims were told that look towards the East for knowledge. So that is exactly what we are doing right now. And we have been doing this much more than we are looking to the West. Our holy book tells us to travel to the East and seek knowledge there. So that is what our intention is. China and Pakistan have so much to share with each other. We are all better friends, and then there's so much to learn from each other. China is very, very rich in culture and heritage, and so are we. And for the sake of learning from each other. And of course, China is far ahead in technology side. China is and then next to you will be preparing for TV with large population and which will be very, very good for the economy. Of course, Belt and Road Initiative is very rightly geared towards capitalizing on both sides. And I have been Vice Chancellor a couple of times with my colleagues, whether Federal University or Provincial University. I have always been promoting that this Belt and Road should be an academic corridor also, and also a healthcare corridor because I am a doctor. From your traditional medicine, you are the largest cardiology center in the world in Beijing. Listed that beautiful hospital is more than a purely cardiology center and there's a lot to learn. So I think now on the cultural side, it is very heartening to learn that this initiative can be utilized for the same purpose to improve our communication. And hopefully very soon we leave our issues about Belt and Road behind and we look forward to further cooperation. Similarly, very recently, we opened up after a long time border through Punjab Pass. So I think we are rightly set to encourage our artists there. I congratulate them on doing it. I work in the Educational Institute and under his leadership, University of Education, I think as the name tells you, it's basically to improve our educational skills of teachers and students and so on. But now is diversified and I think culture and art is part and parcel of even educationists, even of doctors, lawyers. It's not restricted to artists because we all enjoy it, we get absorbed into it. So I think with this museum being set up here under the leadership of Raisa, we discussed it just now. Punjab government, although we are caretakers, but we will do everything possible to invest in all means to put up this cultural center together within this university. So whenever somebody visits from outside Lahore, this should be a destination that he visits. And also I think, I'm sure this will further strengthen our ties already with the health, with education, we have strong ties. There are many common things about China and Pakistan. There are very few countries in the world which have specialty universities. We have very, very strong association with those medical universities. Kunming Medical University under the leadership of the President, Professor Lee Song, we have very, very strong ties. So I think I personally feel that we are not two countries, we are one country. Unfortunately, we are sitting opposite, but actually we should be sitting together on one side, and disease and problems of the population and things like that should be on the other side. Anyhow, it's an immense pleasure for me and an honor for me to be part of this wonderful, wonderful treat to my eyes and mind. And I congratulate you, Excellency, your colleagues coming from China, and especially the artists. They have done a marvelous job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
To volunteer for the event, and I felt it was a great honor for me because I was raised in my mother's lap reading Chinese folk stories. There was a bookshop in Lahore many years ago called Progressive Publishers and Classics, and we used to get our books from China and Russia, and they were beautifully illustrated. And I fell in love with art when I was just 3 years old. And then I fell in love with an artist. We married, and we are no longer married, but I still love him. And his art is, I think, in Pakistan, he is a leading artist. I don't know how to describe art, but I know that it is an expression of what you feel and what you think, and not only what you see. Because we can see things through the eye of a camera, but to see things from the eye of our heart is the work of an artist. So whether we sing, whether we paint, whether we dance, that is an expression that not all of us have the gift for. So I would like to welcome all of you once again on behalf of a Pakistani citizen. This is a university which I have accidentally discovered, and I feel proud to be associated with it for this event and hopefully for further collaborations such as this one. I would like you to, while finishing your tea, just give some attention to the shields that we would like to distribute to some of our honored guests. And after this, we will move to the auditorium where we have the student body waiting to hear from our artists.
Sir? So beautiful. That's a mask.
Yes.
I feel privileged to extend a very warm welcome to the worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Jagadan Pasha, Sikara Imtiaz and Hilal Imtiaz, eminent guests, Chinese and Pakistani artists, and all the participants to this exhibition. Today's event is actually a celebration of valuing the initiatives taken towards strengthening the ties between China and Pakistan. So without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. So I would like to call upon Hafiz Hasnain for the recitation of Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان.
I would like to request you all to please stand up for the national anthem. Now I would like to request Venerable Director, Dean of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Mohammed Zahid, to please elucidate the importance of today's exhibition.
The worthy Vice Chancellor, University of Education, Lahore, the respectable Vice President, Hebei Academy of Fine Arts, China, the esteemed Chinese artists and professors, the distinguished Pro-Vice Chancellor, and Dean, University of Education, the guests of honors, my esteemed teachers, and respected guests from various universities and institutions, and our Chinese, Iranian, and Pakistani students. Assalamu alaikum. It is my great honor to welcome you all to the Path and Stars and Moon China Pakistan Cultural, Artistic and Educational Cooperation Forum and the China Pakistan Contemporary Arts Exchange Exhibition. As the newly established Department of History, Arts and Social Sciences at the last but not least, I would like to thank the colleagues from the Department of History and Arts, Arts and Cultural Heritage, as well as the national and international students for their invaluable support in organizing these events. As our first international art exhibition and discussion forum, we ask for your understanding and questions, and we promise to use this experience to improve our interactions with you in similar circumstances in future.
Thank you, sir, for your highly delivered words. The next dignitary to honor us with his propitious line of thinking is Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Education, Dr. Taqaddum Pasha, Sidara Imtiaz and Sidara Imtiaz. I would like to request you, sir, to kindly come and share your thoughts.
Honorable Academy, Vice President, Deans, faculty members, very renowned artist, Masha sir, Madam Riyaz, Professor Mofi Azman, former Vice Chancellor of University of Education and current Vice Chancellor of Punjab University of Technology, Rasool, our distinguished guests from HEC, other universities, dear students. I really don't want to take much time. I am here to listen to the artists, but I'm so grateful for all of you for your participation, for your time, especially our learned scholars and distinguished professors who came from other provinces, from other institutions. I can see the various staff from Army Museum and all other respectable dignitaries for their time to make this event a success. I'm truly grateful to our team of Department of History, Art and Cultural Heritage for their day-and-night efforts for organizing this activity. We will be here at our museum, and they will conduct visit of visiting delegation to other sides, I can understand how much energy and hard work is required to make these events successful. And this is just a beginning. And we look forward to have more students from China and from other countries, because this cultural exchange, student exchange, faculty exchange is a lot of value. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for honoring us with your gracious presence. Now, I would like to request for the Vice President of Hebei Academy of Fine Arts, China, to please enlighten us with your line of thought.
尊敬的教育大学校长、先生们、女士们、各位老师、同学们，大家好。首先，我谨代表河北美术学院对出席此次活动的各位嘉宾致以最热烈的欢迎和最诚挚的谢意。勤劳、智慧、勇敢的巴基斯坦人民克服各种困难，在建设自己国家的事业中取得了积极进展。作为巴基斯坦的友好邻邦，我们对此建立了比山高、比海深、比蜜甜的深厚友谊，致力于推动中巴艺术文化的交流，助力中巴友谊良好发展。河北美术学院作为中国第9所美术学院之一，一直坚持开放办学的宗旨，积极构建国际交流与合作的立体文化网络，为拓展师生的国际化视野，培养具有创新意识和创新能力的高素质人才开展渠道。
Now it's time to start the discussion session. I would like to invite Faryal Gohar to moderate the session. But before, I'd like to share that Faryal Gohar trained as a critical economist at McGill University, studied media education at the University of London, trained as a broadcaster of current affairs programming with the BBC.
We are going to actually begin the session with presentations from our Chinese guests. I would like to invite Professor Li Guilong to the stage. Please take a seat, sir.
大家好，非常荣幸啊，能够受邀请参加这次的论坛活动。我呢给大家介绍一下中国的巴蜀石窟的一个概况。先介绍一下我们所走的行程。我们是从巴中、广元、成都，还有这个资中、安岳啊，一直到这个大蜀石窟。那么四川的石窟群呢，这个整个的传入是从这个金陵道啊，整个传到这个四川。那么首先介绍这个巴中石窟。巴中石窟群呢，从这个北看石窟开始啊，北看石窟呢保存的比较风化的比较严重啊，没有太多的这个石窟可以详细的看。但是这里面有一个特殊的石窟啊，这个石窟呢就是隋代的石窟。然后我们到了南山石窟呢，南山石窟呢相对来说比较大，但是风化的也比较厉害。这里头我们看到一个非常大的一个大象。那么在巴中石窟最有特点的是水晶式石窟，因为这个从这个巴蜀的北构关系非常清晰，而且保存的非常好，这是局部啊。它比较风化比较严重，它是因为在中间这个区域有一个门洞啊，所以它变成叫做石门式石窟。
第二种呢是远看的人呈现的是具体的一个藏民的局部的一个个人表情的一个呈现。 也是利用了现代陶瓷明面成型和五彩的一个结合来呈现的。这个电影呢，其实它是一个反映了从生到死的一个整个的过程。它的过程非常漫长，也是讲述了部分藏民他们一个朝拜的一个整体的一个梳理的一个记录。我是根据这两个创作灵感，实际的去，包括前期的创作的一些小稿的形成，这是做了一些实验性的，就是中国的白瓷实验性的一个尝试。这是我当时绘制的一个整体的草图，其实分为两部分，第一个是长条形的，第二个是当时的朝鲜半岛。红色标记是我所有拍摄的一个过程的一个地点，装构成了不同的形状和形式的残破的书本构成。有一天我们的书本可能会消失在我们的日常生活的一个感悟。这些作品其实更多的是来自于个人的生活经验。
Really inspiring, especially since you have seen art in the most unexpected places. I would like to have spoken more about what we saw in your presentation, but we have to unfortunately move to many more speakers. I'd now like to invite Professor Yang Li.
我非常高兴在教育大学这个讲堂上为大家分享一下我的一个小的一个讲座讲演。那么我的题目是中巴合作促进巴基斯坦文化研究的倡议，一个小的。那么巴基斯坦呢位于南亚次大陆的西北部，无论是自然风光还是人文历史资源都是非常丰富的。巴基斯坦的文化旅游的优势体现在它独特的人文历史景观上。巴基斯坦不但拥有典型的穆斯林文化，还兼具了不同历史时期的文化特征，比如犍陀罗、波斯文化、草原文化、印度文化等等。它被誉为佛教文化的摇篮，它的历史可以追溯到5000年前的民主时期。那么公元前3世纪还入了犍陀罗国佛教的犍陀罗国，为之来往昌盛了800年，之后经过30多世纪，伊斯兰教成为了佛教，直到现在。根据新世界行业研究中心发布的2020到2024年的巴基斯坦旅游市场的研究，旅游业是巴基斯坦新兴的下扬支柱产业。巴基斯坦呢也被评为世界第3大最具潜力的探险旅游目的地，它是一个探险旅游目的地。那么还被列为2019年世界上最突兀的旅游目的地之一。那么2014年呢，它全国接待了162万人外国游客，2018年呢接待了668万人。当然了，我们知道，虽然巴基斯坦在旅游业前景比较好的前提下，它发展出了很多最为担心的它的这个安全问题。国内中巴的高校和博物馆应该共同设立一些研究课题，来培养一些考古学人才。
To set up such a village park in Lahore with both Pakistani and Chinese sculptors contributing to that. The idea of archaeological and cultural tourism is extremely important. I'm working in the area of the management of archaeological sites which are impacted by large infrastructure projects. I think if we were to work on this as a concerted effort through the collaboration of the University of Education and the Lahore Academy, it will enrich our understanding of each other's unique heritage, as well as strengthen the bond that is based on our shared heritage, and also to strengthen our goals of creating a human family that's at peace with itself and with the world that we live in. With this, I would like to thank all three Chinese presenters for wonderful inspiration and wonderful insight into how art can build these bridges. Our next speaker is the eminent Dr. Safdar Ali Shah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll share with you some commonalities in the cultural and art heritage of Pakistan, and you will be surprised how close we have been as neighbors and friends. I'll talk to you about the historical linkages between the two countries, the commonalities in the field of architecture, and the commonalities in the field of art. So, I say China and Pakistan have been friends forever. Just look at the two statements shared by the Chinese scholars. It is said that China-Pakistan friendship was made in heavens. And a friend of Pakistan, Joel Lai, he said China-Pakistan friendship began with the advent of mankind. So it was such a rich tribute. So these linkages go back to as old as more than 1,000 years before the current era. If you look at this side of the Silk Road, you see at the crossroads there is one Lahore where the two arrow lines are crossing. So that is what the Lahore is, and we have been connected with China right from I would say prehistoric times, if you say the least. So this is the time of Kusham period in Pakistan. Look here. So this influence was extended right up to Kashmir and Jharkhand and Kopan. And you see there was a stream of people traveling to in this area. And the most interesting aspect of this was some historical things have been uncovered due to recent excavations. No, picture of a rock with Buddhist carvings. There are more than 50,000 such. Some very famous Pakistani or Gandharan Buddhist monks who made a mark in China. So we will do, and then I'll talk about the shared characteristics in art and architecture. I have based my this presentation not on lectures, on the historical evidence as seen through the recent excavations during the 20th century in China. So I have selected 4 sites. If you want to read more about this, I will recommend about by Jeremy Hansen, Silk Road. 4 sites, archaeological sites, Nia, Usha, Bhutan, and Caves of Prison. I'll explain to them why they are important. Let's say Nia.
I would now like to ask Sayyid Jamal Shah, who is already on the roster, if you'd like to remain there or you'd like to read from the roster. Sayyid Jamal Shah comes from Lahore, Balochistan, and is the youngest of 11 children. He is an alumnus of the National College of Arts, Lahore, and the State School of Art.
Dr. Pasha, University of Education, Professor Mufi Azam, former Vice Chancellor, Professor Zhang Yanmen, faculty, deans, students, and very, very dear Chinese friends. It gives me great pleasure and pride to meet artists from China at the exhibition seminar organized by University of Education
the title Stars in Gold Contemporary Exhibition 2023. To share our works and views with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, both China and Pakistan are custodians of the most enviable cultural heritage and historically linked by the Silk Road, which is ancient and besides being the historic trade route, has a unique distinction of being the treasure house of the most beautiful cultural narratives of many proud lands and nations, hence full of beautiful and enchanting stories, and employs all forms of forms of art to create magic, to synthetic dreams, or to treat emotions and preconceived spontaneity, to share concerns and aspirations by weaving dreams of peaceful coexistence, by creating humanized objects which moves people emotionally as well as intellectually and appeals all categories of intelligence. A Belt and Road Initiative to engage China and the countries and regions along the Belt and Road in a pragmatic cooperation, sharing the fruits of cooperation and promote mutually beneficial developments. We can turn the Belt and Road into a road of peace, a road of prosperity, a road of openness, a road of innovation, and a road of civilization. The all-weather Pak-China friendship goes back ancient times. The development of bilateral cooperation has never stopped, and CPAC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, and other economic cooperations in the field for rapid progress in the construction of Silk Road economic belt, we have made achievements that have attracted worldwide attention and are also deepened, in particular by such cultural exchanges and cooperation like Star and Move, creative industries, and work together to benefit our people. Honored guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, University of Education has taken a much needed initiative, and I sincerely wish that this initiative will resonate and have a fruitful outcome, adding new vitality to the cultural exchanges and cooperation to complement the Belt and Road Initiative and achieve a peaceful, prosperous, and static coexistence for all of us. I would also like to take this exhibition, if you agree, to Islamabad, where Munandara will organize a good show showing this work, and perhaps also organize a similar seminar symposium. Which also is shared with our friends visually and otherwise. Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask Professor Dr. Lahore Azam, Vice Chancellor of the Punjab Technology University, to just share his views with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a surprise call for me. I was not prepared to give a talk, and of course, this is not my subject either. I have learned a lot today from all the presentations, and particularly it was surprising for me that there has been an art connection between Pakistan and China from ancient times, and there are a lot of similarities between us. And of course, we have been neighbors for centuries. This was a natural process, I would say. Art in general, I think, is the something that shapes our character. For a very long time in this country, we have been believing in the myth that the progress will come only from the science and technology. Although I myself belong to this arena and I'm heading a university of technology, but deep inside I very much convinced that actually the society takes shape with the finer dimensions of our personalities, which are shaped and crafted through art, culture, and literature. And I firmly believe that in universities we need to do more about the progression and the promotion of art, culture, and history and other related subjects. We need to do a lot to shape the finer side of the human thinking, so that we can shape up a good, progressive, forward-looking, creative society that can not only work for its own. I think it's a great initiative, and I congratulate Dr. Asha for steering this initiative, and Dr. Zahid particularly and his colleagues for bringing this initiative to this university. This university, being an education university, has actually a big role to play.
Besides his teaching and research responsibilities, Dr. Zahid has also teamed up with the production team from Pakistan Television as his lead researcher, scriptwriter and presenter of the documentary series on the Chronicle of Buddhism. Dr. Zahid also serves as a consultant in archaeology to the Cultural Heritage Management Plan, the Pyamar Pasha Dam.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for a very extensive introduction. We know each other for the last almost good part of the last 2 decades, and she has been always there as a mentor to me, and I owe her a lot. So thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. I don't deserve much of it, but thank you very much. So it has been a pleasure listening to our Chinese colleagues and our Pakistani scholars, especially DG, CPAC, Satya Vishal Sahab, and Raman Sahab, and to our Chinese colleagues. So it was wonderful to listen to your talk. I would like to give you a perspective of our relationship with China. So, as an archaeologist, I know and I believe that we have everything for human body or body, it has a history. Whatever we are wearing, it has a history. Whatever we are using, it has a history. Whether we are speaking or listening, it has a history. And there is a development of these linkages within us and with our interaction with the outside world. We are shaped as a species in our interaction with the landscapes and the environment around us and with the people. So, of the same species and of the different species. So, excavation in northern Pakistan for the last 2 decades, thanks to the different organizations that have worked, especially in Lahore, for providing me opportunity to work in both the Pyamar Pasha Dam and the Kasu Hydro project in northern Pakistan. So, we all know that Pakistan has got a geography. We are geographically connected and we are part of the wider South Asian context. Within this South Asia, we are a modern state that developed 75 years ago, but we have a very long history of existence as a geographical entity. And this geographical entity was always
to distribute souvenirs among Chinese artists and Pakistani artists, former Vice Chancellor, Dr. Yazan Sahab. I would request Professor Zeng Jiamen to come here on the stage. Okay. Professor Zeng Jiamen. I would request Mr. Hao Jianlong. Professor Dong Zalong, Professor Li Han, Dr. Sheng Jing, Mr. Yu Jiton, Mrs. Chen Hendon, Professor Zheng Ling, Professor Zheng Naiman, Mr. Zheng Zedong, now I would request Pakistani artists to have their souvenirs. First, I would like to invite Syed Jamal Shah to receive his souvenir. Professor Talat Basha Shah. Then I would request Dr. Sundar Ali Shah to come on the stage and receive his souvenir. I would request Ms. Faryal Ali Bahar to receive her souvenir. Lastly, I would request Director Division of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Zahid, to come here on the stage and receive his souvenir.